Hello there, YouTubians! Give me a second to start up the other side of the fence. And hello there to the Twitch right as well. Hope you're having a great day, all of you. Welcome back to Outer Wilds. Before we get started, a few things. I've been kind of sleeping badly the last few nights because of some sort of weird reoccurring nightmare that I can't really remember, but it kind of messes me up and haven't been able to sleep. All I can kind of remember is some sort of foreboding sense of dread that something truly awful is either happening or is about to happen, and I wake up freaking shivering and just freezing all the time during the night. So, not enough sleep, also work shifts, and a little bit of headaches, so today is perfect. Not really. I don't know where I was going with that. Either way, welcome back to Outer Wilds. That was kind of just a small explanation, part of an explanation why this might just be 2 or 3 hours. That's kind of what I had planned, at least. Because, as recommended by Shonov last time, before I ended, was I should look into the quantum moon thing. And from how he said it, it kind of sounds like, because he said I should look into it before I go to the end, so that kind of sounds to me like I'm very close to the end, and I could actually go to the end and complete the game and skip the quantum moon thing entirely, which seems like a bad idea considering how interested I am in the quantum moon. So what we're gonna do this time, today, because last time I managed to figure out the Black Hole Forge district, the Black Hole Forge, and through that, how the teleporters on the Ash Twin work. It only took me 90 days. Kind of, because that's almost the amount of time between that stream and the previous Outer Wilds stream. And while I am I was about to say stupid, which kind of also fits because I can be that sometimes, but I am a stubborn bastard. So once I do get an idea into my head, I kind of want to do it, and the idea I have in my head is definitely, I have always wanted to go to the quantum moon. I've even tried to land on it in one stream, but we just kind of went right through it, so you cannot fly to it. So, this will just be me trying to figure out how to get to the quantum moon. And I might run out of patience, because I'm stupid at times. The answer might be staring me right in the face, and I won't be able to see it. And we know, like I said, we know that I can solve things. It just takes about 90 days. But I don't think you or I want that. Anywho, let's get into this expedition of ours. Let's take a look at everything the shiplog says about the quantum moon. And why did I put my glass of water down there when it should be up there? I don't know. Okay. The quantum moon. It is never in the same place at the beginning of every time loop. Sometimes it's on the giant steep, sometimes Brittle Hollow, sometimes nowhere. So that seems to be the only thing that doesn't abide by the time loop rules. So that kind of feels like it lives outside the time loop already. We're probably never gonna get this one filled in because Hollow's lantern is just it's just fire. As we can see, Ash Twin project. Need to find a way to get in there. Not doing that today. Today, this is what we're focusing on. Somewhere in here, in all these rumors, should be the way to the quantum moon, unless there's another hint I have missed somewhere. Okay, I know for sure. What do I know about the quantum moon? It kind of skips, let's go into an entry so that time is actually paused, because we only have 20 minutes to figure out this. What do we know about the quantum moon? It wanders around, can't land on it. It's very weird. There is a device on the M-Between to track where the moon goes. It is supposed to go between 5 locations, but there's also a potential 6th location, like we can see here. Maybe I should just go back to the M-Between and look at that one just for fun, to see if there actually is a location number 6. That is one thing you can do. So all of these, all the quantum moon, the quantum shrine, the 6th location, these two, the shrine is on the quantum moon. Solanum's shuttle is also on the quantum moon, and I can recall that shuttle. I think that is on Brittle Hollow. We can recall that shuttle, but we cannot launch that shuttle back to the moon, or at least not in any way I have tried to do. So let's take a look at all of these hints. We have, where should we begin? Ooh, where should we begin? Let's just start with the quantum moon itself. Let's see, the Nomai on Brittle Hollow observed a phantom moon that would sometimes appear in the sky. On M-Between, they observed a moon that would disappear when no one was watching. So yeah, it is like all the stones. It disappears when no one is watching. Does that mean that if I see the moon around a planet, and if I just stare at it, will it stay there then? Will it not go to another location? Will that somehow help me get onto the moon? I don't know. Let's keep that in mind. The quantum moon acts like the quantum shards. Look at it, and it will not disappear. A Nomai named Solanum landed a shuttle on the quantum moon. That's his shuttle over there. Chert's research notes mention a quantum moon that no Hearthian has been able to land on, despite attempts. We went right through. Okay. So, moon? Moon equals shard. Shard equals moon. There was the shard on M-Between in the Lakebed Cave, among other places, that we could teleport around on by turning out the lights, because then no one was observing the shard, and thus it teleported away. So we could go between 3 rooms, and that is how one of the researchers there vanished. So if we take a look at Solanum's shuttle, now my name Solanum landed her, sorry, it was a her shuttle at the Quantum Moon's South Pole, which is where they always land, I think, and prepare to make the rest of the journey on foot. Visitors to the Quantum Moon always arrive at the South Pole for reasons unknown. Yes, it said right there. Okay, there is a shrine on the moon. To aid, they built it there to aid in the pilgrimage to its 6th location. So it's a definite. Okay, so the 6th location is probably not a location we can see in the solar system then while flying around, because you need to go to the quantum moon and get to the shrine, and through the shrine you get to that location. So I think we can kind of maybe not worry about that location right now. It sometimes disappears, possibly to an unknown 6th location. Many Nomai went on a pilgrimage, during which the quantum moon carried them to this, and which is the most secret location. To explore the 6th location, the shrine on the quantum moon, which the Nomai built, must be on the moon's north pole. Which also kind of tells us then that the shrine moves around. I guess it could if they built it on a shard. I don't think there's much we can do about that, because Boo going live when it's Final Fantasy 14 time. It is not Final Fantasy 14 time right now. It's like I told you, I am not an affiliate, so you won't be able to get the mounts by watching me. Try Cyrus, or try the Final Fantasy 14 thing. Me, I'm here to play Outer Wilds and trying to figure out how to get to the Quantum Moon. The shrine must be on the North Pole. See, I don't think we have to worry about that right now. Maybe if we get to the moon. But that is still quite a ways away. What is this? Okay, and that's kind of what that's already said there. That would disappear. Okay, so that's just a rumor that goes there. And that's just a rumor that goes into the 6th location. It's patch day? Yeah, but... Sure, it's patch day, but is there any story? Really? I looked over the patch notes and I don't think there's a story. There's just more phantom weapons, the North Horn, the Occult Crescent. The Occult Crescent is kind of boring. Is there any, I guess, Beast Tribes? Beast Tribe quests? Resets? Daily reset? Weekly resets? Eh. You don't play Final Fantasy XIV on Thursday. The North Horn? Is it the same as the South Horn? Or have they veered away from the run between all of the fates ever and grind experience for your phantom jobs that will have little to no effect on battle? Pilgrimage. Okay, so all of these are just part of these. Terra Quantum Knowledge. They built a shrine on the Quantum Moon to aid in the pilgrimage. Remember this final rule: to explore the 6th location, the shrine must be on the moon's north pole. That one the last? You can't stalk me here or bully me. That's a good thing you can't stalk me or bully me here. Well, you can stalk and bully me here, but I can ignore you if I want to. It's not Kara. Hoi hoi. Hello. Hoi hoi yourself. Welcome in. Hope you're having a good day. It was a deeply significant journey. The two groups of Nomai stranded on Ember Twin and Brittle Hollow were united. Came their united goal to find and visit the Quantum Moon. Okay, that doesn't help me. They just wanted to get there. Shards. It's a shard that wanders when no one is watching. This is the reason objects in this scroll behave in a quantum manner. Hypothesize that this shard is actually a piece of the Quantum Moon. Shard emits the same signal as the Quantum Moon. Which shard is this? Is this the one on... That's the one on Brittle Hollow. This shard is actually a piece of the Quantum Moon. Does this mean... Is this the... Can I use this to go to the Quantum Moon? If I catch the Quantum Moon above Brittle Hollow, and then somehow use this Quantum Shard, but I also have to stare at the moon at the same time? Oh... That's a lot of things to try and keep in mind. Jack, I recently discovered the channel through your Terra Enigma. I love it so far. The title is nostalgic for me. In a weird way, it's nostalgic for me too, even though I've never played it, but it's probably because of the SNES aesthetics, which I love. The looks, the sound, and it is one hell of a fun game. I'm glad you enjoy it. And hi yourself. Hi yourself. How's progress on the game so far? Well, as far as I understand it, I'm very close to the end. I have the Ash Twin project to get to, but I've been recommended to try and solve the Quantum Moon thing, which is what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to figure out how to get on top of that or to that stupid moon. Seems like this might be... Brittle Hollow seems to play a very central role in all this. And remember the Tower of Quantum Trials? This was on the Giant Steep. Held knowledge, a gnome I needed to make his or her first quantum journey. That was the whole thing where the image of a quantum shard is also a quantum... Well, that's not exactly what it said, but I kind of drew a parallel to Doctor Who, and the image of an angel is also an angel. So as long as you were able to keep the quantum objects even in a photo, you could still... That was still there. So if I... wait a minute. Observing a quantum... This is the same. Quantum imaging. And other quantum shards have other lessons to teach. Yes, if we manage to get into a planet where the quantum moon is above, and we can then use the scout launcher to look at the quantum moon, then the moon should not disappear. So we can kind of lock the moon to a specific planet if we manage to get an angle, which could be the most difficult part. Because it do be traveling around, which is kind of maybe why we need to use the device on the Ember Twin to see which planet the quantum moon is currently orbiting or is going to next. Okay. Maybe. This was the stone in the Harthian Grove, where there was a weird poem on one of the trees. Yes, sure, that doesn't help me much. Yeah, there was a strange wandering rock. That was the rock that we could just turn off the light and we got teleported around. There's the locator. To a total of 5 locations. Goes around. Interesting theory. Yeah. It's a theory, and it's my theory. I mean, it should work, because it said in another rumor, I think here, that it disappears when no one was watching. So if I do manage to get a scout camera on it, it shouldn't move. And if I can lock it in place, then I just need to figure out how in the hell to get there. Again, I can't use my ship. I've already tried that. But that was also when... Oh, no, probably can't do that. Because that was when I just traveled out into space and tried to land on the moon while I was in my spaceship. Yes, I kind of went right through it and then the moon disappeared because, you know, no one was watching it. But if I try and use a scout launcher to look at the moon and then travel away in my ship, the scout camera will probably just automatically return to me because I'll be too far away from it. So I don't think that's going to work. This is the whole lake bed thing, where Coleus was standing on a rock, and the lantern died and he teleported away. That took me so long to figure out. So long it's embarrassing. To travel with a quantum object, I must stand on the object and cease to observe my surroundings. Must be in complete darkness. That will not help me with this one on Brittle Hollow, because you're always in light. Coleus and Milray return to examine the rock. They theorized that when a conscious being is in contact with a quantum object and ceases to observe his or her surroundings, the being can become entangled with that quantum object and they both move together. I still feel like this is a piece of the puzzle. Because this one just flat out says it's actually a piece of the quantum moon. So I need to somehow figure out how to get this one to move. Of course, I can just turn around and it disappears. We've done that a few times. maybe the first step is trying to figure out how to get this shard to move around. And then once I have a handle on that, I mean, get it to move around while I'm standing on it, of course. Then once we have a handle on that, is when we can try and do the whole moon thing. If that even works. But that's kind of all I have, so I guess we go to Brittle Hollow. I don't remember exactly where that shard is, but it's there somewhere. It's worth a shot, yeah. Maybe I can use the camera instead of the scout, if you're worried it'll come back to you. The camera? Headlights off, okay. I don't have another camera apart from the scout launcher camera, do I? I have... There's a landing camera on the ship. That probably won't help much though. Okay, first things first, let's try and re-find where in the heck this is. Because it was in a grove here somewhere. And that's the snow area. That's not it. Should try and find a landmark. Maybe the... Oh, the orbital cannon. Exactly. So that's the orbital cannon. That's where I can get... Another thing that points to this planet being the important one is this is the orbital cannon where I can recall Solanum's shuttle, and Solanum's shuttle was on the quantum moon. So it really feels like Brittle Hollow is important. Now the planet is gonna get destroyed. This is the camp where I can go down into the innards of this planet, which is not what I want to do for a change. Not this time. Or was that thing on this planet? It's a scout launcher camera. You can toggle it, so you don't have to fire it. Let's take a look at that. Because we can fire a camera like so. And we can retrieve it. I can have it on, but if I move too far away, it's just going to come back to me, I think. I mean, while we're here, we can try that. Okay, so as soon as I sit down in the ship, kind of toggles the camera away. Okay. But, well, there we have it. Okay. But I gotta be fast with it. So, how far away can I get? Pretty damn far. Okay, I don't think I have to worry them. For some reason, I thought, yeah, it's fucking 4 kilometers away. I actually thought it returned to me. It has returned to me at points. Well, we'll figure it out somehow. So if you understand it correctly, I'm trying to find the quantum moon, or trying to go to it. Yes, I am. Why do I need to go there? Because it's there. That's literally the only reason. I want to go to it because it's there and it sounds fun. There's no other reason. Because it sounds like I don't have to do it to beat the game. I can just go and beat the game if I can figure out how to beat the game. I think I have to get into the Ash Twin, which I don't know how to do. So that's a whole other story. It's just one of those things I want to do because the Quantum Moon has been so very... There's been a big part of everything that's been going on and happening. And I just want to know what all the hubbub is about. And the quantum puzzle in the quantum tower on the planet Giant's Deep was fun. I'm kind of hoping there's more puzzling like that on the Quantum Moon. So yeah, for fun, for lore, and for puzzles. Not for an achievement or completion, not as far as I know. It's just there. And I want to go there. I am not finding this grove though. Maybe it wasn't on Brittle Hollow? Yeah, because I keep coming back to the orbital cannon. No, I'm pretty sure it was here. It's a shame it doesn't actually say in the rumors exactly where it was. Where was it? So if I can take a picture of the moon and that prevents it from moving, and that picture you can open in your ship, can't you just fly there then? I have never tried that, actually. Because the only time I tried to fly to the moon was before I knew about the whole picture thing. So that could also be worth trying. I just need to find the moon first. The moon travels between planets. No, a lot of other times when I traveled to this planet, I had so much trouble finding this camp. I've now been over this camp twice. Because I don't need it anymore. It's kind of always the thing with me. When I don't need anything, that's when I find it. Now I need or want to find that grove with the quantum shard, and I can't find it. Hey, look! Complaining helps. This is exactly what I was looking for. Perfect landing. Well, that might be bad. Oh, the quantum shard moved. Because of course it did. There you are. Now, where are we? We are kind of middle planets. Gotcha. If I wanted this to move with me on it, how would I do that? Oh, we're kind of going into darkness. But I don't think... Oops. Ow. And the stone teleported away. You're over there now. Okay. I don't think it gets dark enough for me to be able to do that. So now this one, this will never go away. Well, we're kind of getting destroyed here. Can't really... No, that's not what we want. So how do I... Come here. How do I get you to disappear with me on you? Maybe it needs the moon? No. Because it teleports between two places. I should be able to solve this. Can I go inside you somewhere? No. That would envelop me into total darkness. Sure, there's a little bit of darkness. Stop destroying the planet! I'm trying to figure stuff out. I'm doing a poor job at it, admittedly. I was thinking maybe there's some little nook I can... That's just giant steep. And I can stand in. But I can't really do that because then I'm actually observing the stone, and then it won't disappear. Go away now. No? Yes. If only I could close my eyes. That might solve things. Because these lights don't matter. That thing don't matter. Because it teleports anyway, as long as I'm not looking at it. Actors around Santa stuck in outer space. Is that why you don't get any more prison stats? Yes, unfortunately, Santa took a trip into space and is now stuck in a time-looped solar system. He can't get out from here, so no kids will get any more presents ever. Not until we figure this out, which might take a while. The only way I can not look at this is by kinda looking up, but that doesn't really help. I can become quantum entangled with an object if I'm immersed in total darkness. Is that temporary or permanent? Because if I stand here and I become entangled with these objects while we're immersed in darkness, which kind of happens whenever the sun goes away. Well, it's not total darkness, but... because these lights are here. Are you what's preventing... It could potentially... No, that doesn't matter if the camera... I was thinking too many things. There's no way I can turn you off. Because if I manage to get quantum entangled with it, maybe I would just teleport with it whenever it was teleported itself. It was kind of dark enough. He's a nice guy. You think we're entangled? Think we become quantum entangled with this thing? Are the ones in the cave on the... I was kind of hoping that I would be entangled with it, and then when it teleported, I teleported with it, whether I was standing on it or not, but that's not how the quantum shards in the lakebed cave worked, or the quantum shard, because there was only ever one shard that teleported around. Hey look, the quantum moon! You bastard! And as soon as I looked down, it was gone. Yep, this is my dilemma. My current theory is, if I manage to lock the quantum moon here, this stone will travel to it if I don't look at it. I guess maybe if I would have put a scout launch camera on here, looked at the moon, and then kind of made the stone teleport. I can't really try that though. And even if that worked, that would only put the camera on the quantum moon and not myself. How would I go about putting myself on the stupid moon? Might just be as easy as having it on the camera and then landing on it. Because we can use the scout camera while on the ship. So maybe that's what we need to do. Well, we're going down into the black hole, unfortunately. And that made me go into my own ship. Which is kind of perfect. Do we have enough time to land on the in-between? No. Because now the music is playing. We are witnessing the final moments of the sun. Yes, yes, sun go boom. Sun go much boom. Before sun go boom though. What are you? That's the quantum moon. It's currently at Timber Hearth. Over there. No, that's The scout is still there. So the scout never comes back to me. But I'm fairly sure it has some points. Sometimes. And where are you gonna go now? To Giant Steep? No? Timber Hearth again? No, you're just traveling. Okay. No, here's the final music of the sun. Once this music ends, the sun goes boom. This is it. Autopilot damage, cockpit damage is fine. We're not gonna live for very long anyway. Because I spy with my little eye a quantum moon. Well, what do you know? We're on the quantum moon. Right before the sun went boom. So it was as easy as that. See, sometimes it just takes a friend to tell me exactly what to do. Yeah, and it is an interesting moon. See? I want to go there. Now that I know how we can get there, we can go there and we can explore. And see what it's all about. I'm a little bit giddy about the prospect of going to the quantum moon. It probably helps that I'm much interested in mysteries and space and all that. I guess the quantum thing isn't really about space, but it's in a space game. That's all that matters. So basically, we don't have to keep an updated picture of the moon. As long as we just fire the scout, get a picture of the moon, then we have a picture of the moon, and then we can go for it. Now, where is the quantum moon? Because it's never in the same place twice, it seems like. I guess we go to the in-between. We try and figure out exactly where the moon is. And then we go to it, and then we explore. Ooh, and then we don't crash into the Ember Twin, because that would be horrible. I think we went into the sun because my speed was too high. That's usually what happens. You just didn't get why you did something and made us dumb. That was a good suggestion, yeah? I was overthinking it by several miles. And you just came here and said what I should have already known. Good job, son. You take that back. I would take that back too. You have no idea how many times I've crashed into the sun. I've autopiloted into the sun quite a few times too. So, yeah. Don't rely on autopilot to get you to dark... Ooh, hi! I smell me a quantum moon. See? It operates outside the rules of the time loop. It is never in the same place at the beginning of it. This time, We're gonna have so much time. We're gonna have 20 minutes to investigate this freaking moon. Slightly salivating, yes. Okay, first of all... No. Oh. And because we did that... shoot. I take that back about 20 minutes. You know what? Hey, it's a timber hearth. Perfect. We can land there on a paraship. No, don't you go back. Don't you go behind there and disappear. Don't you dare. Okay, we'll take it a little bit easier this time. It's not. Ignore the warning lights. Everything is fine. Oh. Never mind. We're gonna have to repair our ship. Because our camera doesn't work. Without the camera, we can't do anything. Ugh. Yeah. We'll repair it. I was just a little bit too eager, okay? Okay. Just a smidge. Fine, now where's the camera? There you are. No, that's the headlights. What about my camera, though? Or was it just my headlights? Oh, never mind. I could have just recalled it. We're gonna have slightly few minutes to explore the quantum moon. Now we just need to find it again. You think we can find it for a third time? Are we that lucky? Red is good, yes. Red is very good. Red is good. Red is safe. Hey, the moon didn't even move. It does like Brittle Hollow. That is the quantum moon, right? So if we have this on, that is quantum. We are looking at the quantum moon, so we should now be able to land on it. I'm gonna go in gently. Haha! So easy. Welcome to the quantum moon. Here's a nomai. No. Unidentified signal nearby. Yeah. Quantum moon, 69 meters away. Everywhere. $70 meters. 69. 70. 69, 70, 68. Ooh, many. Ooh, hello. Hi there. Okay, to go to the 6th location, the shrine must be on the North Pole. Is this the shrine? This might be the shrine. Because this looks like something the Nomai did. What is that? That looks like the emptiness of space. Something standing on it and then something bleeds above what is a black hole? That don't make no sense. Yeah, currently the quantum moon is at Brittle Hollow. Will the quantum moon travel while we're here? You have recalled the rule of quantum imaging. Ah, so this is the tower on Giant's Deep that tells us, that teaches us the rule of quantum imaging. What is this? Recall the rule of the 6th location. Yes, the shrine must be on the North Pole. You always arrive at the South Pole. The shrine must be on the North Pole. You always arrive on the South Pole. Oh, yes. Recall the rule of quantum entanglement. If I stand on an object and am immersed in darkness, I become quantum entangled with the object and thus travel with it. Oh, is that why I can close this door from the inside? And turn off the lights? Did we travel? No? We are immersed in darkness. Well, I heard something. That was kind of unsettling. Oh, we travel to Giant's Deep. Oh, that's how we move the moon around. I don't want to be on Giant's Deep. Now we're on Brittle Hollow. Now we're on Dark Bramble. Now we're at the Ashen Ember Twin. This is fun. Now we're at the Eye of the Universe. Hello. Also turn the lights on because we don't want to accidentally teleport away from here. Oh, I'm guessing the Eye of the Universe is the 6th location. And the tower must be at the North Pole, because if it isn't at the North Pole, this happens. Uh-huh. Okay. So we figured out how to move the tower. Well, move the moon. Now we need to figure out how to move the tower. I don't want to be at Ashen Ember Twin. How about Dark Bramble? Sure. And if I... Ooh, do I want to be on Dark Bramble? Because this looks... not so very nice. These are Dark Bramble things. Will the location of where we are determine if we can reach the North Pole? As long as I don't get eaten by anglerfish, I'm fine. Huh. Okay, Dark Bramble is bad. Because we can't really get into the North Pole. Oh, no. Feck. Don't do that. My ship is 29 kilometers that way. My fuel's not gonna take me that far. You know what? We're close to the Dark Bramble. Let's go get eaten by an anglerfish. And reset. So don't try... I tried to jump over the thorns to see if I could get into the North Pole from above. Nope. That just... Eat me! No, not you. When I do want to find an anglerfish, they're nowhere around. There you are. Hi, come and eat me. Booga booga, booga booga. And this was the one time the time loop didn't actually happen and we ended up in the belly of an anglerfish. Never to be heard from again. And the sun exploded and the universe died. Gotta remember that, the universe here is dying according to the Nomai. And all the stars are kind of exploding. I don't know that we can do anything about that, if that's the end of the natural life cycle of things. That would be kind of extremely... Ooh. Hi! Both very beautiful and very sad if that was kind of the end. Everything dies. Have fun. You could do nothing, but in your last moments... Damn, you were an explorer. Okay, let's do this again. You liked me getting eaten by anglerfish? I hate those creatures. Is this fine? We always land on the South Pole. Because that's the way the moon works. Because quantum physics... things. See? Now we're... So the moon changes shape depending on which planet we're... What the hell is this? This is new. Yeah, the moon changes shape depending on which planet we're... A thing? Oh boy, hi. I want that other thing back. No, not you. Not you. But now we have something else over here. This, yeah, that thing. I want to get into this thing. From upside down, aren't I then south? Yes. We're in the south. We want to go to the north. Okay. New stuff. Solanum. Ooh. I'm here. After watching it wander the skies for so long, I'm about to stand for the first time on the quantum moon. As expected, my shuttle has landed at the moon's south pole. I will make the remainder of my journey on foot. We don't know why the quantum moon always welcomes its visitors at the South Pole, just that this is true. As a child, I considered such unknowns sinister. Now, though, I understand they bear us no ill will. The universe is, and we are. I am ready. Well, you are braver than me, Solanum. Or vice versa. No, for some reason, you're always at the South Pole. We don't know why, because that's just how the moon is. We just need to... Is that a teleport? We just need to figure out how to get to the North Pole. Okay, that did nothing. Where am I now? This was Solanum's shuttle. God damn it. I just took us back to Brittle Hollow. Why didn't I recognize that shuttle for what it was? Phoo! And we can fly out, and that doesn't do anything, so let's go back to... Yeah. This is the orbital cannon on Brittle Hollow. This is not where we want to be. Are those towers also riddles? we were before. One of them was a really kind of intricate puzzle where we learned all about the having a quantum object in an image makes that image stand still. Which is where I should have, you know, realized the whole moon thing. My ship is so far away from here. We're circling the black hole! Orbiting! Can I... Ah, nice! So can the shrine move? I think so. Because the clues say that the shrine must be on the North Pole. I must get the shrine to the North Pole, and then I must enter the shrine. Or I must be inside the shrine and somehow make it travel to the North Pole. And then I can go to the Eye of the Universe, which is something that has sent a signal that is older than the universe itself. And then we can go out there and see what that is all about. So yes, I just need to figure out how to get the shrine to the North Pole with me in it. Or, oh, I see a quantum moon. The quantum moon has been very kind to us. So maybe I go back to the moon, go into the shrine, make it go to Timber Hearth, and see if... come back here. Yeah, that kind of counts as looking at it, right? And see if I can get to the North Pole that way, because if we are at the Dark Bramble, we cannot get to the North Pole, because then everything is just surrounded by thorns. And now it looks a little bit different, because now it's the Ember and Ash twin we're orbiting. So the moon is basically 5 different planets in and of itself. Yeah, that's a sand stream. Don't worry about it. Don't go too high or we're gonna fall out. Where is the shrine, though? There it is. Just have to walk around a little bit. Feels like can't go to the North Pole because there are mountains in the way. A lot of mountains. So depending on the planet the moon currently is at, the locations change. How do you mean locations? I mean the look of the moon changes. For sure. Nah, Eye of the Universe we don't want to be at. Timber Hearth! That's where we want to be. We might not be able to get into the North Pole from here either. Yeah, the geysers. We're not going to go inside the geysers. We're not going into Solanum's shuttle. Again. I did that once. Let's not do that again. So Timber Hearth will not allow me to go to the North Pole. Is it giant steep then? So I need to find out which is the correct planet the moon needs to be. I think so. We tried Bramble. We haven't really tried Brittle Hollow, I don't think. Let's turn on the lights just in case. This is very ominous and foreboding. The music is sufficiently spooky. Because the clues did say that they always made the... Have I always... Yeah, why are you here? They made the journey to... Let's go look at it. I think it said they made the journey to the North Pole on foot. But I need to be sure. Oh, can we not get to the South Pole either? Whoa. Can I not get back to my ship? I don't think I can get to my ship too. I can't get back to my ship. At least we don't seem to be using up any oxygen. It's not Brittle Hollow. I'm guessing... No, not Eye of the Universe. Timber Hearth, maybe. Maybe I can get back to my ship. Well, I've clearly walked around here a lot. I should be able to get back to my ship here. North... Wait, what do you mean? Why do you want me to put my light out? My ship is gone. I don't have my ship. Also, be aware, I think there are a few seconds delay between what you're writing, typing, and when I can read it. I can't change that setting, unfortunately. Yes, I need to be completely dark to make the moon move. Which is kind of what we've been doing. We've been teleporting around, trying to find some path into the North Pole. Anyway, I can't get back to my ship. So that sucks. I guess the only planet we haven't tried going on is... Yeah, the tower kind of acts as a... Well, I don't think... Yeah, it helps to teleport the moon away because this is the only way we can be completely surrounded by darkness. This is kind of where I want to be, because this is the only planet I haven't explored. While the moon is here. Now we're on a water moon. Ooh, this might work. Because Giant's Deep is generally just watery. Doesn't really have any... Whoa. Those just spawned there inside of me? That's kind of... Oh, of course you're encased in a frickin' typhoon. Kinda wanna go in there but I get the feeling it's gonna shoot me out into space. And I have to try. It's so eerily silent for being a typhoon. There we go. Yeah, this is not gonna go well. Okay, it just buffets me away. Good. Wait. Is this kind of the North Pole? The tower has moved. It's the most North Pole we have ever been. That's probably why I couldn't find my ship, because we were somewhere completely different. Obviously not North Pole enough. I think we need North Pole, North Pole. But now that we're here, very North Pole-ish, maybe one of the other planets will allow me to actually go to the North Pole. Like, say, Timber Hearth? Hey, we're at the North Pole. Now we just somehow need the shrine to be here. Not there, but here. Not over there, but right there. At the North Pole. Huh! Like so! Now, we go to the Eye of the Universe. And see what secrets it hides. Nope. 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 Yes. Turn on the lights. Turn on the lights. Hello? Something here is sending out a signal that is older than the universe itself? So how did I manage to get here? I basically went Timber Hearth. I guess I could just kind of get the tower into as north a position as possible and then go to Timber Hearth and go out, go to the North Pole, turn around a few times until the tower appears on the North Pole and then go here. These are all the quantum shards. Things. So that didn't actually come from the quantum moon, that came from the Eye of the Universe. Well, we're not on the Eye of the Universe, we're still on the quantum moon. Hello. But we're orbiting the Eye of the Universe. That looks like a way out. Hi! That's a Nomai. A living one. Are you Solanum? Hello. Where are we? I don't speak picture, but sure. This is me. Oh, pick up me stone, pick up explain stone, pick up identify stone, quantum moonstone, pick up me stone. Already holding me. Okay. Me. Identify. Identify me. Oh. I've never met one of your kind before. It's an honor to speak with you. I particularly admire your 4 eyes. I thank you. I admire your 3 eyes. There are many questions I would ask if I could comprehend your language. You have my gratitude for understanding mine. Okay. With my luck, time is still ticking. What did you do? Identify the quantum moon. This is the quantum moon where we both are standing. Despite also orbiting other celestial bodies, the quantum moon is the eye of the universe's moon. Oh. Oh, I see. It's kind of weird, but sure. Talk about you a little bit. I am Solanum, a Nomai. My clan arrived in this star system before my birth, and we now call it home. Well, all of your people are dead. Sorry to be the bearer of bad news. Yeah, identify the eye of the universe, please. I need to know. Also, that is freaky. We are orbiting the eye of the universe now, although we cannot see it, only the quantum's moon reflection of it. The eye is older than the universe itself, and my clan believes it dwells in an extremely distant orbit around this star system. Good luck hunting the temple. Thank you, and you have fun with whatever you're gonna do. Final Fantasy, I guess. They might pop in later on. Explain. Explain the eye of the universe, please. You've been here long enough. You also have... Do you have 4 toes? Or do you just have 3? Anyway. There is a fundamental uncertainty throughout the universe. Normally, this uncertainty is only observable on a very small scale. As one approaches the eye, however, that uncertainty grows enormously. That says nothing. The quantum moon probably exhibits macroscopic quantum behavior because of its proximity to the eye. Shards that broke off from the quantum moon have a similar effect, as I imagine you've seen elsewhere in this star system. Indeed I have. So, the 3 statues that have been active in the Ash Twin project, it was me, it was Gabbro, and I guess Solanum. So we 3 have been experiencing the time loop. Conscious observation forces a quantum object to collapse to a single possibility. But what would happen if a conscious observer somehow entered the eye itself? I don't know, have you tried it? Over time, this has become my clan's greatest question. Can't I just jump in there and do it? Explain yourself. No? You don't want to explain yourself? Explain the quantum moon? I don't think he wants to talk anymore. Maybe these just don't work with it. Explain me? Oops. Identify me? Does that? I don't think Solanum wants to talk anymore. What happens if I boost myself up there, Solanum? I end up back on the quantum moon. Maybe I need to... Oh, okay, so. Timber Hearth, go here. I go to Giant's Deep. Perfect. And through Giant's Deep, I can go more north, I think. And once I'm north enough, I'll summon this tower. And I go to Timber Hearth. And I can go to the North Pole, and I can summon the tower there. Yes? That's the London Shuttle. Yeah, that's the one we want. I feel like the sun would have exploded by now. Are we exempt from time's movement while we're here on the moon? Is that why Solanum has survived for so long? But no, but... Unless time here just stays and time in outside moves on, but then we should still kind of maybe be dead. Oh, that hurts. Hurts to think about. But yes, we definitely have been here for way longer. It does make me wonder, if I go to other planets now, what are we gonna find at the North Pole? Say Giant's Deep. That would put us inside the frickin' whirlwind. No. Yeah, what's out here? I just wanna look. We're in the eye of the storm, quite literally. There's nothing on Giants. Maybe it's just a boring North Pole on all of the planets? What does Brittle Hollow look like? You stay there. Okay, kinda looks like I could maybe have gone here too. Okay, never mind. I think we hear the last... Sun is dying. Sun is dying. Come on, Eye of the Universe. Perfect. Because I want to try and shoot my scout launcher into the whirlwind. Ooh. Fastest way to travel in non-gravity. Okay. Aww. Boo. Forces of quantum object acceleration, what happened in the concepts of somehow entered into the eye itself. Yes, but how do we enter the eye itself? Solanum. My friend. I'm guessing that was the sun dying. Or just the time loop resetting because the sun didn't reach us from here? Alright, so managed to figure out the mystery of the quantum moon. But yeah, what about the Eye of the Universe? That is still unsolved. At least I have my ship back. Oh, look at this. Sixth location. Sixth tha-tha-tha. Solano wonders what would happen if a conscious observer were to enter the eye. Quantum moon is the eye of the universe's moon, yes. At this location, the quantum moon becomes a reflection of the eye itself. The eye is likely the source of all macroscopic quantum phenomena in the solar system. Yeah, recall the rule, yes. I was able to land on the surface. Found a dead Nomai in a spacesuit near the South Pole. But what about the eye? Dang it. Give me a moment. Do. Sorry. Is there a way we can get to the eye? Can't send my camera into the whirlpool of awesome fog cloud things at the North Pole. Can't jump in there. That just kind of reset the moon to where I first landed on it. Can I? Can I use the scout launcher, look up into the eye and jump into it, and then thus kind of make myself real? Well, quantum-wise speaking. That's the only thing I can think about. First, we gotta find the quantum moon. Are you orbiting Giant's Deep, or are you currently at the Eye of the Universe? Up, you're at Timber Hearth. Perfect. Boom. Perfect. That counts. Okay, so Timber Hearth. Timber Hearth. Find shrine. Go into shrine. Giant's Deep. Go north. Nope, we're not gonna buckle up. Timber Hearth again. You're in a different position this time. Last time you were lying down, face down, on the ground. Okay. We'll try this. We'll try this. So Solanum did kind of stop speaking to us. I don't know why. It's very rude. Gotta admit. Because he said he was honored to speak with us, to talk with us. Kind of sad he didn't understand our language. We don't want to be at the eye of the universe. We want to be at Giant's Deep. Yes, that's where we want to be. And then we head north. Could maybe probably use other planets as well, but this is kind of the route I now know. Perfect. Alright, and we go back to Timber Hearth. I am the Captain of Dismo now. No, 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 no. Yes. Perfect. I wonder if Solanum remembers us. If we go back now and talk to him. I wonder if we can have some interesting conversation about being stuck in a time loop together. Yes, this is where we want to be. I don't know why I keep looking at this. I can just look at the floor, see where we are. Just want to take a look around. Now, do you disappear? Or are you just a fixed location here at the North Pole? No, you do disappear. Oh. Oh. Can we get you to appear at the South Pole? Just below the cyclone of thingamajiggy. Well, it's not really a cyclone, but a hole in the cloud covers. Can we get you to appear there? Hello again. Who are you? Ba-ba-ba. Have you seen a tower somewhere around here? I was kind of hoping it would show up here. What's the tablet for time loop? Time loop. Do you have any? Explain yourself. You never got to do that last time. Maybe this time he will. I am on my first pilgrimage to the Quantum Moon. All Nomai in my clan make this journey when we come of age. Even though the eye cannot be reached from here, the Quantum Moon remains special to us as it carries us nearer to the eye than any other place we know. The eye cannot be reached from here. It's gotta be. Because there's no other way to reach the eye, is there? I've journeyed here to be close to the eye. While the eye is obscured from our sight, we can see the Quantum Moon's reflection of the eye in the sky above us. Okay, again, clouds. What was the other thing we kind of tried to explain and he didn't? Explain me? No, he's chatty again. That's nice. Maybe just got tired of our inane questions. I imagine your purpose here is the same as mine. To learn about and to find the eye of the universe. I'm unsure how you arrived here, however. Perhaps you came from another star system, as my clan originally did? Oh boy, the Tales I could tell you. Do you actually think that you've just come here? And that no time has passed outside at all? Is that what's going on? So you have been here for quite a few years, my friend. Quite a few years. Enough years for our species to evolve from the freaking amphibians your species saw. Have you encountered a quantum shard on another planet? The shards look the same as the quantum moon's surface does now while at the eye. Yes, quite a few shards. From this, we can reasonably infer the quantum moon's natural state is as we see it now, and that the eye is its primary location. Kinda makes sense. But how did those shards then get to those other planets? Because the moon kinda changes shape depending on the planet it orbits. Given the quantum moon is the eye's moon, it's likely that any characteristics the moon exhibits are also exhibited by the eye itself. The quantum moon and its shards, for instance, are quantum. Thus, the eye is likely also quantum. In fact, this moon is probably quantum because its proximity to the eye made it quantum. The same way the area surrounding quantum shards that landed on other planets eventually become quantum too. The area surrounding quantum shards eventually become... So basically, given enough time, the entire planets will also become quantum planets? That's a scary thought. I think that's actually the only two we didn't get to talk about before. Because you kinda stopped when we asked you to explain this. Fundamental uncertainty. What happens if an observer can go in there? Yes. What happened to the tower, though? Where did the tower go? Because it seems like this just goes from the North Pole to the South Pole, and then nowhere else. So where did the tower go? The shrine go? Because the shrine still it still has to be on this moon, right? I mean, right now it's probably. Are you back at the North Pole just because I turned my back? Am I gonna have to scout camera you? Trick you? No, it's still not here. Okay, so not there. Now you're there. Now you're gone. Now you're there. That's me! We got no tower. So if I keep a close look at this location, the tower hopefully won't reappear there. Which gives me time to try and find it. If I even can. I went here to kinda where am I? I've turned myself around. to see if I could jump into that thing while keeping a camera on myself. And I ended up doing something completely, probably unrelated. Yeah, sounds like me. Easily distracted. Well, the tower of the shrine is still somewhere else. Don't know where though. It's not on the moon. Of course, there's basically half a moon I haven't been able to get to. All the other times we kind of teleported into the freaking stone, so it's probably inside the stone somewhere. Now, can we? If we just do this, bloop, it just kind of disappears there. And that's not what I wanted to do. Unfortunately, it's not live, really, but if I... Yeah, don't do that. If I can't do this, maybe it'll be live enough. Haha! Worked, I think. No, I'm just at the South Pole, I think. Yep. I thought that worked. But at least it didn't send me back to Timber Hearth. Just kinda dumped me down here again. So... maybe you can't get to the eye? I'm kind of sad. A little bit sad. Get me my... Yes, but what about, can I... You and me. Are you gonna say anything about that? Yes, okay. There's still more combinations to find. We do not have much connection, you and I. Still, this encounter feels special. Hope you don't mind if I think of you as a friend. That's nice. Okay. What about you and the Quantum Moon? And please don't stop talking again. You and the Quantum Moon. Like many of my clan before me, I journeyed here to see the Quantum Moon's reflection of the eye. This is the closest any of us have come to seeing the eye itself. You may think that I'm strange, but I have a hypothesis that I may not be entirely alive. Perhaps my journey has reached its end. Well, I don't know about that, but there's definitely something weird going on with you. What about you and the Eye of the Universe? Many in my clan have believed the Eye called to us for a particular purpose. When I was a child, I used to believe the Eye was malevolent, to have lured my clan to this star system, only to then vanish from them so completely. But I don't fear the Eye anymore. In fact, it became my fondest hope to see the Eye itself someday, but I fear this may be beyond my reach. You may think that I'm strange, you're not entirely alive. What about the Eye of the Universe? And the Quantum Moon. I imagine you've noticed the Quantum Moon changes in appearance depending on which location it is currently orbiting. For instance, the Moon looks quite different when orbiting Giant's Deep than it does when orbiting the Hourglass Twins. Yes, we have. We have seen that. We have commented on it. Often. Because the Quantum Moon clearly changes in its different forms, the Eye, being this moon's primary location, must be similarly malleable. So if we manage to change the Eye into something else, maybe then we can visit it? How would we do that though? From this we can hypothesize that the Eye represents extreme changeability. That said, despite its malleable nature, the Quantum Moon becomes locked to one specific version of itself when it is consciously observed. It does kind of beg the question, though, that if we have been gallivanting around on the Quantum Moon, which we have, and it always ends up in the South Pole, which we do, and we're currently at the South Pole, why did you show up now at first? Here. Why did you not exist on the Quantum Moon at any of the other places? You only exist here, near the Eye. You don't exist anywhere else. So maybe that is your corpse we saw at the South Pole. So you are actually not entirely alive. You have become quantum entangled with this location, perhaps? Yeah, if a conscious observer went to end the... I'm working on it! We are working on it! What about me and the Quantum Moon? Or did I already talk about that? No, we didn't. Is this your first time on the Quantum Moon? It is my first time here. It's... I mean, we got there once, and we kind of bounced off. Landed once, definitely here this time. Third or fourth time? I guess an extra time if it counts the one time we really bounced into it and out again because we had too much speed. If you're here or looking for answers, I hope you find them. So far, I'm just more confused. What about me and the Eye of the Universe? I want to go to the Eye of the Universe. Suppose you could reach the Eye of the Universe. Would you try to enter it? Yes. What do you imagine the effects of a conscious observer might be? I don't know, that's why I want to go there. Have we used all the combinations? Me and I. Me and Moon. Me and you. You and Moon, you and I. You and I. You and I and you and I. And then Moon and I think so. This has not made me any wiser. Explain and identify and explain. No, that worked. These are the two tenets of Nomai philosophy. To seek out and to understand is our way of living. Doesn't really matter in which order I put them down. Like if I say that I am very willing to go to the eye of the universe. It's just gonna be the same, right? Yes. It is teasing me about how to get to the eye. About getting to the eye. How do we get to the eye? I guess I can just spam this instead of trying to go back and forth. Maybe that works. But if the moon is malleable, the eye must also be malleable. But we can't really do anything to change the eye, can we? It was worth a try. We just end up looped in here. Well, the only other thing I think about is the shrine, but it kind of sits still at the North Pole or are inside some of the presumably rocks. Ooh, maybe we can do this. If we can get the tower back. There we go. No, because it is observed. If I take away this, it's no longer observed. It is somewhere. In the open plains. So we can still travel to somewhere with space to walk. Can I switch places on me and the scout camera? That the scout camera does what I'm currently doing? Maybe the tower is shy now. It was shy. Okay, so if I put you down there. No, because it's being consciously observed. If I close the door and immerse myself into darkness, it's just going to move to planets. But it does go somewhere. And I can't use the any kind of direction to see. Ooh, is that kind of where it's at? That yellow spot over there. Well, we're gonna reset the timeline. So. Bonk. Ooh, lump. There must be a way. Did get a few more rumors. Maybe that'll help unlock something. Potentially, we can just use the... Maybe the way to get there is just going to another planet, mucking the tower around a little bit, and then teleport it. Could be it, because the tower does like to be in quite a few locations on around other planets. Well, that's probably it. At this location, the quantum moon casts a reflection on the eye itself. Has a hypothesis that she may not be entirely alive. You don't say. Can I show you the picture of the dead Nomai at the South Pole of basically everywhere except around the eye? I guess that's what we're doing now. Not showing another picture of her own body. That's kind of bizarre, morbid. But trying to find the quantum moon. Trying and succeeding. And then getting the tower to different locations and see if we can end up on different locations on the around the eye, on the moon itself. Perfect. So my whole theory in the beginning that Brittle Hollow was very important. No, Brittle Hollow played no part in this. Ah! Oh, the scout went into the sun. Okay. Let's land a little bit faster then. Not that fast though. Right. So, well, this is potentially a different Nomai. Because you're definitely lying face down. If I could find a tower, not Solanum's shuttle, screw Solanum's shuttle. That is kind of... This is probably just in the rocks. We'll try. You never know until you try. Just trying to get to other places. No. No, this is snow, right? Yes. Dark Bramble. I don't want to be at Dark Bramble. This is where I want to be. Is it gonna be inside the rocks? Of course it is. So it's not this location, just north of the South Pole. Basically everything is just north of the South Pole because we can't really use the planet thing reliably. I don't want to be there. Sure. We'll take a look around at Brittle Hollow. We'll make you go poof and see where you end up. I want to be more north. However, just not too much north, but just a little bit north. See if we can... I have no idea where the tower actually... Oh, okay, good. I was gonna say, I have no idea where the hell the tower actually spawns. This may just be a big nothing. Okay. We're not giant steep? Sure. We can see if we can find other tower locations on Giant Steep. This is kind of where we want the tower to be, and then go back to Timber Hearth and see... Yes, oh, yeah. We're just gonna... Boop. And do a little boop. And there we go, so the tower doesn't come back there, hopefully. Of course, that probably doesn't work, because that's not a... Well, it is a conscious observer. It's just not live. But live doesn't matter. Anyone see a tower? Whoop. Get down. Ah. Giant Steep is... Oh, there's a tower. Giant Steep is very open. I have no idea what the hell I'm doing, alright? It's probably just gonna be in the rocks again. Yeah. As long as I can't really pinpoint locations on that globe map I have, I think it's kind of a... There's no real use going for it. Can we get back to the South Pole? Is there an Omai here on this South Pole? Yes. Lying on your side. Still ripped up. We'll keep that there. Okay, so confirmed the yellow dot is my scout camera. So when we did see the scout camera on the eye, where it was kind of out in the open, there is more. I just don't know how to get there. What is it? Because because the moon was consciously observed, so it couldn't move. So I can't show Solanum her corpse. So much for that idea. But it was kind of along this line-ish. I didn't get you to disappear. Good. I don't want Solanum's shuttle, please. Maybe this location. Go to the eye from here? Be quiet, Geyser. No, 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 no. Yes. Nope. Hey. So I guess that's what I can go for. It was kind of along this line. If I can get the tower to go to this line on any of these planets. Somewhere it hasn't been before. And maybe, just maybe, I need to go there. That doesn't help me. No, come back. No. But wait, if you always land on the South Pole, what is Solanum's shuttle doing here? I'll go into the shuttle, I just won't fiddle with the controls. What are you doing here? My shuttle has landed at the moon's south pole. How did it get here? Ignore the controls. Solanum's shuttle bends the rules? Question mark? Dark Bramble's gotta be good for something. We can clearly travel along this line, which is positive. If we can just find a tower, just along here somewhere, that would be swell. Will Dark Bramble prove to be our salvation? Oh, probably not. Dark Bramble is a place of horror and agony and fear and pain, and it trapped the vessel. It's a little bit responsible for everything, and we walked all around and we haven't seen the tower. Of course, it could just be that we haven't turned around enough. Up. Speak of the devil. please. Dark bramble was not a solution. I don't know. And I don't know. How can we change the eye? So it will allow us to travel to it. I don't want you over there. I want you there. Maybe it is one of these locations. Is this where it just was? No, it was over there. What happens if we travel to the eye from here? I should have given up on this long ago. But I am a stubborn bastard. Unfortunately. No. Yeah, just close that door immediately. Let's just go to... Let's go to the eye. Let's go to the eye. Did we check all the other planets to see what was at the North Pole? I don't think so. What was at Brittle Hollow? There's probably nothing. But I wanna check. Yeah, this is kind of familiar. Wait, are you telling me there's an actual... Yeah, okay. So on Brittle Hollow there's an actual path to... But that is in the way. Yeah, so you still have to do a little landing in between. Never mind. What about the twins? What about the twins? Oh, this is getting very hot in here. Get me to the twins! This probably makes a lot of noise. Get to the twins. Why do you not want to go to the twins? Is it because the North Pole of the twins be bad? I think the North Pole of the twins might be bad. Yeah, it refuses to go there. Okay, fine. North Pole of the twins doesn't exist. Just a figment of our imagination. I was gonna say, wait, doesn't the tower usually open towards the South Pole? Peekaboo. Or is the entrance... wherever I am. The entrance follows me. Okay. Out in the open. And you are... This time I can't even see you. Oh, I'm stupid. I've been going around the North Pole. It's the second line around the South Pole. It's the second line around the South Pole, kind of. And it's just lodged in the corner there. I am taking a screenshot of that so I can keep that in mind. And as soon as I took it away, the tower disappeared. So I guess the fastest way back is basically go here. This should... Last time it brought me back to Timber Hearth. Yeah. Not quite there, but... kind of in this corner-ish. So you are... maybe kind of exactly here? No. No, not here. Well, it's not on Timber Hearth, I don't think. Maybe Brittle Hollow? And the sun is dying. Yeah, kind of along here. Kind of exactly this place? No, not really. No, but it's worth a try. It's not this one. Maybe slightly different rock formation, but... Giant steep, sure. That's usually big and open. Along here in a... yeah, southeast-ish corner. Maybe not quite this? No. At least we're dying from a solar explosion this time. Oh, wait, is it... oh, it could be. Could be this. No. It's on the wrong side of the line. Okay, okay. Okay. Well, my brain has stopped working. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave it here for now. At least we got to the quantum moon. Now we just need to find out how to make the eye... Well, it is malleable, how to make the eye more friendly-ish. And then be able to get to the eye. But getting to the quantum moon... Thanks to my friend, who kind of pointed out the extremely obvious thing. I overthink it, as I usually do. But yes. Yes. I'm gonna give it some thought. See, I'm gonna look at that image and see exactly which... Not which square it is, because can't see the squares specifically. But the location, and then I guess we just go through, next time we're just gonna go through every planet one by one. And see if we can get out onto the... That's probably not gonna do a goddamn thing, is it? That's probably not gonna help at all with making the eye more stable or whatever so we can land on it. No, but I am now set on this path. And this is the path we're going to walk down. Okay. Ending it there. As always, thank you very much for joining me on this very quantum trip. Hello. Timberharthian Moon, the name of which I do not remember. Nice camp you have there. You take care of yourself. Spread a little bit of kindness out there. It's needed these days. Just a little bit, not too much, not too little. And don't be a doormat, just a little bit of kindness. You take care of yourself. See you next time. But bye for now.